Ya malam ini kita ngalong. Udah tak bilangin ke Mas Andre.
Aku nggak tahu kuat kalau kamu nggak, soalnya kemana jam 10 udah ketiduran aku yuk.
Nah
Mic-ku nyala.
Makanya si Bonsi kemana kok? Apa namanya kok hilang gitu kan? Itu. Nah itulah teman-teman gibahan saya dengan Bonsi. Jadi selamat datang di streaming ini bersama saya di sini Ren dan juga anak-anak lain di Discord. Di antaranya ada Bonsi, ada dan juga ada Osor.
Halo.
Cowok Dani kayak bisa mau klaim Elis cowok.
Lanjir kagak ya. Istri saya tetap 2.
Aduh,
Garbage. Enggak, istri saya tetap 2. Itu hanya judul semata. Kasih cintaku tetap untuk 2 cewek.
Karbit.
Apakah ada karbit di sana? Oh banyak, dimakan duit banyak banget karbit. Halo ini
Salah satunya yang lagi streaming ini.
Azim. Biji kagak ya. Nah jadi teman-teman, sekarang di Genshin ini begitu tidak ada apa-apa. Enggak, maksudnya ini jadi di Genshin itu kita mau bukan ngelanjutin, lebih sebenarnya aku belum kerjain quest yang lagi rame sekarang ini. Apa?
Pesanku ini dan kerja dulu kronik bulan.
Kronik bulan mana aja?
Yang tiap minggu kita ke Kolombino itu.
Oh ya, itu udah nggak ada anjir. Ayo. Mana ini?
Bawah.
Gak ada putih.
Tuh, udah hilang.
Udah hilang deh.
Ya, kecewa.
Aku juga jarang kesini. Yang bener aja, bener. Jangan lupa tinggalkan like-nya, ha?
Aman marah tuh kalau lihat ini.
Ya udah sih. Siapa lagi hilang?
Invi.
Nah, jadi ya tau udah. Aku mau ngarsipin streaming ini juga karena direkam menghabiskan storage. Jadi kita lanjut ya. Mana ya? Katanya bikin apa namanya? Jantung berdebar-debar, real kah?
Bisa aku bilang gimana ya? Ikut aja sampai selesai.
Oke, jadi kemungkinan streaming ini bakal dibagi beberapa part karena lihat jam anjir.
Loh, gaskan aja. 6 jam kan masih bisa. Besok kan libur besok.
Biji kau lah
I
jam 2
finished checking your adventure handbook. Here are your commission rewards.
Ya siapa tahu ada Mr. G kesini.
Kalau ada Mr. G terus dia minta hal yang sangat-sangat penting dibicarakan secara private gimana? Oh, streaming kita harus wajib berhenti tuh. Tuh. Kebetulan never waifu saya meskipun belum pernah saya mainin lah. Parah banget kamu.
Wujud asli Karbit.
Iya, kacau.
We have no
Bonsi
other
kecewa
urgent
sih.
commissions on the books at
Asal
present.
ngeklik tapi nggak
Thank you
mainin
for all
karakternya
your
tuh apa
hard work
maksudnya tuh?
lately. Perhaps you two could consider taking a vacation.
Jadi aku sedang kurang fit badannya. Jadi kalau misalnya suara agak bindeng atau gimana ya begitulah. Belum di-download, Bang. Sabar. Download sekarang karena kenapa? Kalau kamu balik ke Genshin Impact, kamu akan mendapatkan update-update yang sangat seru ya. Ngecing dulu, besok dapat email gitu kan. Project Kak dari Genshin. Keren juga.
Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd end up having downtime in Nokrai. Things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the wild hunt causing chaos or the Fatui stirring up trouble.
Kau kan pakai bahasa Jepang ya audionya, aku pakai bahasa Inggris. Mana tahu pengen tahu ininya.
It felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel, ready to go boom at any moment. Sure have. Things were looking pretty dicey, but in the end,
intinya
we
ya
managed to turn it around.
di akun post ini tuh bener-bener gaduh-gaduh gue bilang.
Just got deja vu. Oh,
Dapat kocaknya
that's right.
iya,
It's
dapat
because we've done
sedihnya
this like
iya,
a million times.
dapat
Yes.
debar-debarnya iya.
Are you two aware that the moon prayer
Dapat
night is
gabutnya
soon
pun
to
juga
take
iya.
place?
Oh yeah. Lama told us that was coming up soon.
Oke. Sepertinya cukup mengerikan.
Why do you mention it though? Do people in Nasha Town celebrate it too? Paimon thought it was just for moon goddess worshippers.
You're partially right. Most people in Nasha Town just see the festival as an opportunity to do business. They do not the festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would wear moon prayer blossoms and celebrate the birth of the moon goddess through They would also prepare food and handicrafts and give them as gifts to others. Over time, it became Nodcry's most lively festival.
Oh, sounds like fun! Great! Well, in the meantime, since Catherine doesn't have any commissions for us, when we first got here, you mentioned that this was where your We didn't get to follow up on it at the time, because we got wrapped up in that whole rare situation, but now we can finally start investigating it. Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts, which goes, if you lift up by that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're... Could be worth a try though, right? Anyway, Paimon suggests we focus on What's wrong? She looks... Huh? Paimon gets why you'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything? Oh, that's true. It is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to? True. Paimon would much rather deal with Marionette anyway. She says the meanest things, but when it comes... Maybe it's the pressure of being a Fatuse?
Oh, di
Especially
sini
as a
Sandra panggilnya
harbinger.
marionette ya?
Does she feel like she's gotta act
iya.
tough to keep up appearances or
Kalau
something?
di Jepang Sanjun dia.
Oh.
Jadi kayak Sandelona gitu Kak, Paimon itu.
But then, every time we headed out with Rarier, she always wound up having to repair Polonia and her other robots.
Di quest ini dia ada mention rare nggak?
Di ending lah.
Ending doang.
Paling cuma nyenggol dikit lah.
Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their image. She's probably still furious about it. What? Relax, she's not even here. Huh?
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Where are we again? Oh yeah.
Dan gue siap pun dimulai. Ini coba. Apakah beliau akan mencari Bina? Sekarang kan gitu.
Loh, Kolobina mana? Kolobina.
Oh, tuh ada nih.
Hey, she's sitting up.
Is me sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests. Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter. Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions. They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories. Very few of my past They say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs.
Return home? So, you're...
Yes. This planet continues to reject me. If I remain into that, there will come a day that I disintegrate. And I don't mean reduced to dust, or turned into food for the flowers. I mean...
Alright then. Well, for sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to say goodbye.
How do you intend to return?
The moon prayer night is
Dia
soon to
berbicara.
arrive. On
Dia
that day,
berbicara. Itu
the
udah
moon
dari
will
tadi
be
harusnya,
closest
Cuk.
to the Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to grasp the tide.
Oh, Paimon gets it!
You make it sound like she's gonna get blasted up to the moon.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky.
Tuh.
I will be using a much gentler approach.
Langit palsu.
But I do like the analogy.
Palsu. Kan udah
It's
mention
fun.
dari Natlan itu.
Gak ada langit yang asli sedang. Oh, gak ada di voice ini, Ding.
Kenapa?
Gak ada di voice dia, langit yang asli.
Alah.
You see? She gets Paimon.
In the blink of an eye, the time has
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fast. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth. And it has never expressed any desire. Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection?
Oh,
Yes. You are a traveler, so you must have a lot of experience in this area.
then what I would say is enjoy the moment.
That's right! Don't overthink it! Happiness is happiness and joy is joy!
I see. Then what I would say is, even though I am very tired right now, I am still happy.
I can't tell from the tone of your voice.
Oh, really? You don't think I sound happy?
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood today from the moment we saw you.
Ah, a joke. Albeit not a funny one. Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your hand.
Actually, it's not that. There's something.
Oh. Then, do you still want to give...
Sure.
Yang Nokia aja.
Thank you. So, I've heard that in the moon, since you helped so much in our fight against the Rehir of Solnari, I think you deserve a farewell party before you return home. I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet, but I'd like to invite you to
I've never joined a moon prayer night before.
Oh, don't worry about that! We take care. Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling strong.
But they call me Kutar, and the Fatui have an arrest.
I'll make it work. You have my...
Yeah, we got your back. Well,
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your invitation. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like. Oh, if you see Lauma, please tell her that my answer to the question she asked me is neither. Rather, it is. There.
that was kind of cryptic, but sure. Guess it's between the two of you. Well,
Kenapa lu mau ngapain Kolombina kah? Mau ngapain Kolombina kah?
Ganjer. Baik coba.
And also, I.
Dasar makhluk bulan.
since she's
Oh,
agreed
dari
to join the
DPS sih.
festival, let's go see who else wants to take part. Lauma's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Prayer Night.
Kita langsung aja. Banyak bacot aja Paimon, Cok.
Also, what exactly is your plan to keep her safe?
Not sure yet. I'll figure something out.
What? Are you serious? And Paimon even gave you her
Go
vote
on.
of confidence back there.
Mau kampanye ya? Mau kampanye ya?
Kampanye.
Astagfirullah. Ini Genshin apa Indonesia, hey? Kembar janji gak dipenuhi, emang. Ayo.
Mana katanya 19 juta.
It's us! Huh? Arca? What are you doing here?
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations and...
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes, celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nodcry. On this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with a special radiance.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Rare. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around. The big shots in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the religious element.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom by this point. The celebrations have little to do with whether the religious stories behind this event are true or not. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon Prayer Night, despite now knowing that their past beliefs were founded on a falsehood.
That's fair. It's a bit like the Lantern Ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti. Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina. We went ahead and invited her to take part in the festival this time. Hope it's okay.
Wait, so... you mean...
Then, I suppose that she intends to return to the moon on that day.
Oh, yeah! It's kind of a complicated process, but basically, it's like a...
I understand. Well, if Kuthar has decided to participate in the...
Yeah, exactly! She was saying how it could be risky for
Curiga
her to
gue,
show her face in
curiga
public.
anjir,
We
curiga
were
sumpah.
wondering if there was any way we
Apa?
could hide her.
Eter kasih jaminan tapi jaminannya kayak tolol gitu kan.
Unfortunately, the people who carved the
Terus
statues did an excellent
undang-undang
job of
buronnya
capturing her
DPO-nya
likeness.
masih berlaku.
It will be very challenging to
curiga
hide a
gue
goddess
anjing.
whose face everyone is so familiar with.
Darn! We may have bitten off more than we can chew here.
Nah, don't sweat the small stuff. We can handle that.
Huh? Are you saying you have a plan?
Not as such, no, but the you can't go preparing...
The Mondstatter spirit is strong with this one.
As it happens, I agree with Miss. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kuthar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere. And who knows, once we get the ball...
Hey! Did you catch that? Look.
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already. We have a festival in Mondstadt called Windbloom. And I have a feeling we'll get to see that sick...
Not quite.
Anyway, I'll take care of business in the city, but I'll have to leave the decor up. But lastly, there's the final...
Before you leave, let me show you something that... Also,
What's this? They sure look like they're having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure.
Maybe it's an innate talent? In their eyes, they're probably just playing with toys.
Wanatar!
Yeah.
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance.
Ya anjir, bukan itu posnya dok.
What are these floaty things?
Moon veils. We hang them from building.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They're preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture being made over here.
Ah, there she... Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Just let...
You have my thanks. And over here, we are...
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon...
Of course. I have a feeling you'll
Tapi tetap
like
sini,
it
Cok.
a
Ini
lot.
si Lauma ini gue gak suka banget di karakternya, Cok.
Sweets and
Kenapa?
treats are Paimon's favorite!
Terbuka banget.
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet
Sejauh ini,
Paimon would have
tapi
joined the
sebenarnya
Frost
sih
Moon
cantik ya.
Scions
Cuma
by
masalahnya
now.
terbuka banget, anjir.
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town during the festival. The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not completely set in advance. As such, the... Let's talk here. I once asked her if she'd be willing to stay with the Frost Moon Scions. I could introduce her to everyone, and we could be a family to one another. She did not answer. I took this to mean her answer was no. But if... I see. But my wish was not for her to... I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention. But what really pains me about all this is that this is her birthplace.
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. When someone's about to depart on a long trip, what they need is blessings, not... Anyway, she's agreed to attend, hasn't she? All we need to do is simply respect her decision.
I see your point. Yes, she will soon depart after all.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories.
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly. Festivals are all about...
All right,
Sure thing, let's go! Bye for now, Lauma!
Thank you all.
Jangan. Curiga gue. Ya gue curiga, sumpah curiga banget gue masih Ether tuh.
Splendid!
Ini yang salah.
Huh? Hey, over there! It's Durin and Albedo with twins! What could they be chatting about?
your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there. It's been a while.
Perfect. We have some new volunteers for our investigation.
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to hunt down the Abyssal Dragon?
Yes, that too.
Yeah, right! Oh, wait! Why does everyone keep saying that too?
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not the causality.
Wait, so I guessed right?
Half right. Don't act so impressed.
Maybe I can explain. We ran into Mr. Flint's north of Nasha Town. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any traces of abyssal energy on them at all. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something akin to reflections in the water, or perhaps a mirage.
Huh? What do you mean? Like,
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to attack us, but we could not make any physical contact.
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Nodcry before, but I don't know much about it.
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage-like illusions tend to appear in Nodcry in the run-up to Moon Prayer Night. From a distance, they appear... I myself thought that Misters Durin and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal monsters when I first arrived.
But after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are...
All the Mirage stories I've heard are either animals, rocks, or small houses.
It's a first for me, too. so I'm planning to look into it further just to be on the...
What about you two? Any plan?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd like me and Duran to assist her with an experiment. But we lost contact shortly after receiving the message. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone familiar with her. We don't know when the wind will blow. Yet when the wind blows, we will know. That...
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Well, I suggest we investigate this Mirage business in the meantime.
What?
Right? Whatever. Let's go see what she knows. We can invite her and her staff.
Apa itu tong itu?
Oh, sorry.
Apa aja mikrofon dulu. Kok nasyat kan?
Kena ketik.
Anjir.
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following Moon Prayer Night. That's the odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky, but this time, either everyone's getting... Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, let me check off some points of it. First, the Abyss.
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. Given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are coming to life. Or perhaps the memories of multiple people.
Oh.
So you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening. In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. This is clear both from the clothing they wear and the stories they tell. They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
Did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
It sounds like this merits further...
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-Knights of Favonius era came up in class.
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they...
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum, which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear Lady Moonchanter.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon.
Sounds to me like we could...
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flints, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the Abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the Abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is the chance...
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far. It seems only fair that we get some quantity of exclusive intel.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned. Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of...
Oh yeah! By the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come...
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. I'd be happy to join. No point shutting myself inside when the streets are all decked out. I doubt any client, and Yehoda loves a party. So...
No,
Apalah ini.
Wait to contradict me in front of...
Wait, no, that's not what I... So many people. All right, everyone inside, quick!
Buset.
This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at Star Sand Shoal, and it was some sort of flying ship. Like a spaceship? That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in. You said you saw the same thing through the moon marrow, right? Huh? You already know about it? Ugh, I thought I was gonna blow people's minds. Wait, back up. You came here in a spaceship? Now my mind is blown! What's it like on the inside? Was it like flying through space? I want to know everything! Yep, exactly. Huge discovery. You're the best, second best intel broker in the world! After your boss, of course. Wow. Really? Well, I don't know.
I guess that decides where we're heading next. Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one.
Fair enough.
In that case, let's meet back here to discuss our findings once we're done.
I wish everyone a
Wah,
productive
itu
investigation.
Ether mau ke tempat pesawatnya mau dijual ke part-partnya itu.
Di longsok ini ke double Medan.
What's up, boss? Aren't we gonna head out?
Tell me, Yehuda, when did the curatorium start giving out intel for free?
Oh, sorry, boss.
Patahin banget ini tuh si siapa? Lah ini sejak kapan ada ini yang nyari-nyari gak ada dah.
Ya ini update yang ini.
Baru ini. Bukan baru. Apa lagunya? Gitar anjing gede banget, cok.
Udah Medan suka tuh.
Spek aku bisa segede gitu, yuk. Ini hitam-hitam gini oli ya.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Itu kapal gede banget anjir. Gede banget, cok.
Yehuda was right on the money. This phantom really is your spaceship. But that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise.
I was, until one of our people informed me no one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period.
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since the most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the increase in coup.
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do. This is all so confusing.
Allow me to lend you a hand.
Sumpah ini air pun sekarang masih kuat banget anjir. Ada Cino sekarang masih kuat banget gue bilang.
Gak punya Arle aku.
Everyone,
Is that a
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even
Oh, it's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind. In return, I told it about some nearby spots where the wild fruit. We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology. Let's give them a moment.
All back together? Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now, it did find a lot of wild fruit. Enough for them to... This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary.
Huh. Well...
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that...
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exists in both times and spaces, but there might also be...
Good point.
Blunthorn rhinos can use kuvaki to shift great rocks. But this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge. The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled digger, it could not get through.
Skill apa?
They say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged. It seems completely impervious to any and all attacks. Whatever lies within is well defended from harm.
So, just like us humans, there was nothing they could do about this space.
Yes. Still, we are grateful for all your efforts, dear friends.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on.
What is this thing? I've never seen it move, and there's no way to get inside.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his...
What about his grandpa? Did he say anything to your grandpa's...
Huh? I don't know. In all likelihood, it was here back then, too.
Guess that means that as far as they're concerned, this ship's...
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune. Today is the day we strike it rich.
Huh?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our...
We should go with them.
What?
Udah pulang belum? Udah dong.
This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope. I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can...
It makes sense. History is set in...
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier. But actually,
Jadi untuk Durin anak-anak kita sudah dapat
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right there in front of us, we aren't going to learn much about it from these people. Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence. And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it. It's just a matter of time.
Huh.
I wonder how the others are doing.
Sounds good.
Wait, we haven't...
Am I in team?
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was in earshot.
Nah, I'm...
Bakal kesinggung orang teman maboknya dia kok.
Oh, no! Get away! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed,
I know.
there is
Bukan
nothing we
I
can
know.
do to intervene in that which unfolds before us.
But we have to at least try.
And try you have. But are you...
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th, if we're only counting. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any...
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr.
May I ask a few questions?
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened to those people?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm. Would that be accurate?
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry, causing immeasurable harm. The people paid a terrible price to heal this land. Then 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nodcry was dealt a devastating blow.
Walaupun saya belum pernah main Genshin atau dapetin nevernya, seenggaknya saya udah join servernya di server mains-nya. Maksudnya gimana
ya,
tuh?
Terus kau anggap aku yang nge-build Kokomi, ambil C1-nya, building artefaknya sampai dapat 2 setnya itu, ada kena City, ada yang apa itu Ocean Hood Clam, terus pilih senjata yang bagus buat dia, naikin talentnya. Effort bro, effort.
Mengurus istri ya?
Gak kayak lu, ditinggalin tuh Miyabi tuh.
Apa anjing, minimal tuh jaga istri lu dari si Reja tuh. Ikan bool. Ikan bool ya gak Sar, ikan bool Sar.
Kena dua kuning nih nantinya.
I see.
Tembus anjir sayapnya, Cok. Bisa gitu ya.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tide. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and that's because what we are seeing is history.
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable.
Yes. Fate was...
I still have a couple of other questions for you. You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can you be sure that what we're seeing is from the Conrian incident? And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking? From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years...
Wait, so you...
Anjir, di depan si ini ya, di depan si Albedo ya.
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. Your passion is a good thing to have. Treasure it. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity toward the Abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rerear's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know what a burden it can be to carry the Abyss with you.
Apa anjir?
And I hear its power growling from somewhere within you.
Kayaknya
In
SSD
my
gua
eyes,
bakal
your mere
mati deh.
existence is a miracle.
Kenapa?
SSD gua bakal mati
Kok
nih.
bisa?
Kok iso? Wow.
Mungkin durability-nya udah turun dah.
SSD yang mana? SSD yang mana?
Hah?
SSD yang mana?
Ya ini yang gua pakai yang PNY.
Di
Yang buat
laptop atau
server.
di ini?
Di PC.
Oh, PC.
Laptop mah mana-mana ya.
Ya siapa tahu tuh kan tiba-tiba Spintel gas Spintel of True ya SSD ku rusak gitu.
My honest answer is
Dijadiin mining
I
anjir.
don't know.
Gila.
I don't think I have the confidence to
Mana
say for
ini
certain.
anjir SSD lagi naik.
What I will say is the
Itu
abyss
udah
is not
termasuk
the
di RAM
only
tuh.
issue that haunts me.
Karena ada.
Halo Rizky Lanang, iya Rizky Lanang.
Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even exist at all? My doubts remain unresolved. But when we fought Rerir, something became a little clearer to me. Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
Then I wish you every success. I look forward to the day of your transcension. Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and one last...
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion. Hooray for consensus!
Yeah, but we barely learned anything though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. Talking with the ancients? I
Yes,
mean,
Ari,
come on!
Di
And all
mata
this
aku.
stuff about moons and hyperopia. What a load of baloney. Seems like people back then had a
I understand your frustration. We found the same issue. Each phantom only showed a very brief moment in time. There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They should.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
You look disappointed, Nefer.
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain anything from it was you, Lady Moonjanter.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Oh, duh! Yeah!
I'm serious. Only an expert in the Frostmoon Scions and their history can turn these records into The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're
Tidur ntar
wise
kamu.
enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up. Now is not a good time to push
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon.
Yeah.
Magical
Huh?
stones might serve that purpose better.
Apa dia bilang? Jelas anjir.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got a whole...
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could.
Wait, what the... Traveler? They're all looking at you.
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of stuff for.
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Trap.
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... I'm still feeling but it's okay. This is something I have to work through. I'll be all right.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically or mentally, we're here to...
Come on. Stop treating me like a kid.
Which is why we need a lantern guaranteed to work on the moon.
Yes, I have a few ideas, but the lantern itself is the easy part. The real issue is how little we know about the lunar environment.
Wait, you two are...
Let's just say I'm intrigued by the shining magical stone.
Nih, kita ke kolom bina ngapain coba?
Huh? She's not here. Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time too? Where did they all, walkies? For Kuhenki? You're not pets, you know. Oh, well. Looks like there's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway. Kalamina! Oh, how strange, right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. What about Luonatar? Luonatar? Hey! Do you know? Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is... Yeah,
Apa tadi?
that's even stranger.
Kan bisa dilihat di ini.
Yang nggak tahu kok tanya saya anjing.
Udah pernah aku kirim ini, Cok.
Goblok.
What about him? Oh, they change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look good idea. She might know what's happening.
Ah, it's you. How is Kuta? No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers had changed color. Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a struggle.
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if come on, let's go to Nasha Town.
Makes sense.
Posisi tengah-tengah lagi anjir.
human. Is it just Paimon, or is this stuff?
No.
Alas, you're free and
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
Not sure. But it's definitely hostile.
No, not that way. The final boss is right here.
The sniffer mole?
That's the final boss? Surely not.
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around. I'm right behind you. It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Oh, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
Anjir kameranya, cuk. Dimainin.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I, for one, think I'm really quite amazing.
Kayak perkenalan pakai gelar super panjang itu enggak banget deh, tapi kayak para faktor kerennya jadi berkurang loh
So
ya.
that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look like...
Mahmud, mamah muda, anjing, mamah muda, cenate. Mamah muda katanya.
What is that supposed to mean, I'm the mother of Klee, Teyvat's #1 cutie. How old could I possibly be?
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was, quite a powerful entrance. I certainly won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
It's okay, Lauma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too. That's right. She's a good
Halo
person.
Reza
Just
Dwi.
kinda unpredictable.
Reza Dwi siapa Reza Auditori?
Bukan anjir. Jangan lu senggol-senggol ntar ngeri cuy. Lemak-lemak semua ntar isinya.
Ikan bool.
Ikan bool. Kan ngeri anjir tiba-tiba gitu lagi menikmati ikan bool gitu. Mengerikan.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, moon chanter of...
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
You'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nodcry, Alice?
Oke, jadi sebelum melanjutkan kita AFK dulu 15 menit. Jadi
Masih mau toilet?
ada urusan. Ntar.
Bilang aja mau berak.
Alah, gak ada ya berak kayak biji kau.
Biji-biji ya.
Nggak ada ya. Aku udah berak, yuk. Bentar
Oke,
guys,
yang pengen
bentar 15 menit nih. Emang nih anak-anak tai bang.
Ada siapa yang jadi terus?
Yulu. Donya kelimano.
Kue nyekel mano.
Kowe aja.
Kowe kuwi lho. Kon niku lho nyekel mano.
Oh, I thought I told you already.
Mas Arta ya.
This time I'm the final boss.
Ya mana Mas? Osar. Iya kan? Iya enggak?
Anjir. Gak tahu gua.
Ya, kowe nyekel mano toh.
What the fuck? Pura-pura gak tahu.
And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat! My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
Ini kenapa sih ini emaknya Elis nih? Emaknya Sikli nih gak jelas anjir tuh. Emaknya Kali ini gak jelas tuh asli.
Lu udah perkenalan enggak berarti?
Udah.
Itu yang dia geser kamera itu lihat ya.
Iya udah, kameranya digeser anjir. Apalah.
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just you seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time
Mama Arisan emang repot ini, Jo.
Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes than just goofing around.
You're quite right. I'm here in Not Cry because something big happened. It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea? My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well, namely, maintaining the stability of Tevat's borders.
Aku masih salvo sama itu topinya si Alice, Jo. Itu nyangkutnya kemana itu, Jo?
Kalau sepatunya Alice, sepatunya Colombina pun itu maksudnya gimana tuh?
Apa?
Sepatunya Colombina.
Iya, sepatu Colombina ya itu juga sama.
I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie
Petty
beyond
aja.
Tevat's border, we'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through.
Jangan heran sama orang yang dari awalnya udah gak normal. Iya makanya kayaknya satu GC handshake cycle tuh kayak apa? Namanya susah banget sih.
Satu GC sengklek semua.
Iya Jo, satu GC-nya ini paguyuban ibu-ibu apa namanya? Ibu-ibu penyihir emang kayaknya repot Jo. Stres semua kayak gitu orang-orang di situ.
And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
Ah, no wonder they tend to show up around Moon Prayer Night.
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on.
Verdant crest apa lagi coba? Tapi gak apa-apa gitu-gitu istriku. Anjir, banyak karbit, cok. Iya iya. Ini nih stream apa namanya? Viewers gue nih si Reza Dwi ini. Gak apa-apa lanjutkan. Selama tidak mengambil my istri, tidak apa-apa. Saya rela.
And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, there is another far greater factor at play. The trilunar syzygy.
A trilunar syzygy.
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world.
Siapa yang kau panggil Karbir, wahai Karbit? Tidak ada. Bahwa sesungguhnya seluruh warga Indonesia adalah Karbit. Terbukti sejak presiden yang pertama.
Oh, that's exactly it. The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable. But, fast forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and... the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Notcry. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame.
Udah sejak leluhur, betul.
And it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good
Anjir,
enough
ngowing
reason?
dia, cok. Bukan istri gua. Tapi tetap aja anjir ini.
Wah, ini apa memang bukan isu tiba-tiba besoknya.
No, bukan, tidak. Aku tidak mau seperti Ilham. Oke? Ini penting nih. Ilham istrinya 4 kalau nggak salah.
Go.
Ada Vivian.
Makan sih tapi anjing.
Ada Vivian ada yang kelinci, siapa itu kelinci itu di ZZ tuh. Alice. Terus siapa lagi? Satu lagi tuh.
Sajen.
Itu dia.
Sajen, Vivian, Alice, satu lagi siapa?
Kan 4 udah 4 kan?
Ya,
Vivian. Pokoknya ada satu lagi yang kelinci di ZZ. Siapa itu namanya?
Iya, Alice.
Alice
ZZ.
Apa ya?
Iya, Alice. Alice ada 2. Alice ZZ sama Alice ini.
Oh iya benar, Alice.
Makanya 3 tadi.
Ada 4, satu lagi siapa? Gue lupa anjir. Si itu kan si siapa namanya? Di Genshin siapa sih? Gue lupa anjir.
Genshin mah ada.
Enggak, dia nggak main Genshin, enggak. Pokoknya dia punya istri di Vivian.
Ingatku itu Vivian, Alice, satu lagi itu ini si Siren.
Gak tau lah, antara 3 dan 4 ya, gak tau udah. Gitu. Ya paling
bener orangnya deh, saat kesini soalnya.
Gak usah ngapain diseret anjir. Nih, jadi gini loh. Apa namanya, Bu Alice yang di Genshin ya, Bu Alice ini ya. Dia ini lagi diwawancara nih sama si Ether gitu kan. Mau nanya boleh, kenapa kamu peduli banget nih sama perbatasan Teyvat gitu kan. Terus katanya Bu Alice nih, soalnya aku ingin melihat putri kesayanganku tumbuh besar di lingkungan yang cerah, damai, dan nyaman. Gitu.
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does make sense.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R.
Nona R yang paling kesayangan siapa tuh R?
Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious.
Daughter bukan?
But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why
Codename-nya si ini apa? R.
Circle itu kan ada 4 kan dia?
Ada, emang ada 4, bukannya ada 5 ya?
Alice 5 ya?
5.
Nicole, Indotie, satu lagi si M tuh belum di reveal itu.
Ya itu. Ada banyak deh, gak tahu udah. Berapa sih gue lupa. Tau lah. Silakan komen, saya lupa.
I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
Nicole? You mean meet Anne?
Oh, so you remember.
Nicole.
Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
Dia sekarang nggak ada, tapi sebenarnya dia tinggal kemana-mana. Dia hilang. Dalam tanda kutip. Apa tuh? Iya, seingatnya juga banyak anggota Hexe itu.
My body is so heavy. Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel... Are you out for a walk too? Huh? The day has come at last.
Hilang kok.
Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form? But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. Death is near. Will I return to the moon after I disappear? Or... I don't want it to end like this. So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel, but as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one.
Come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much?
These decorations. It's times like this when you kind of.
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be in the past. People would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat. Coming.
Oh, nih. Ada si E, ada si A, ada si B, ada si J, ada si M, ada si N, ada si O, sama si R. Bujuk.
Ada si M.
M mekatung.
Trigger banget anjir.
Ada dua konteks. Ada dua konteks. Atau jangan-jangan kan M ini kan paguyuban ibu-ibu ya? Ya kan?
Waduh.
M ini kan ada ini kan paguyuban ibu-ibu. M ini siapa nih? Sir, siapa R? Si M. Apa?
Takutnya Mekato sama ini ibu-ibu.
Wah, bukan. M. Menurut kamu siapa, Sir?
Tahu.
Bohong, jangan pura. Itu, aku suka kayak begitu. Tombol skip ada di pojok kiri bawah, Bang. Hoak banget. Bawah.
Tombol skip ke Alt F4 ya?
Iya, betul.
A plain, humble meal. That has always been the.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry to. I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of my.
I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbinger tea parties, and when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave.
Hey! That was 2 bites! Oh, then you can have it.
Oh, you too. Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be.
Kalau M kalau nggak salah ada disebut pas quest Durin nggak sih? Yang kesini origami itu lupa. Aku gak ngerjain quest origami itu. Gak tahu. Hampir 90% quest dunia aku nggak pernah aku kerjain.
So just
Mualas.
fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out.
Think fast.
Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely
Event dulu
that's a
tuh,
punishable
event
offense.
mana? Event limited yang sekarang kah?
Take this! All right, enough horsing around.
The task is just to check that the balloon.
Okay, you got me there.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch, this can stay.
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Nggak event dah lama. Oh, event sih dulu tuh. Oh, yang sebelum atau sesudah Fonten? Kalau sebelum Fonten soalnya bentar aku join Genshin tuh pas ini ya. Pas apa sih gue lupa anjir. Pokoknya tuh bertepatan apa ya? 2 minggu sebelum Hoyo Fest. Seinget gue tuh 2 minggu atau 3 minggu ya. Pokoknya gitu loh. Hoyo Fest yang tahun 2019 Sebelum di Garanteri City. Sorry, sebelum di Arta Gading.
Is pumping a balloon full of water? I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. It's nice. What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town too. Maybe the...
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she managed to survive this long.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late.
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for another lecture.
Halah, tai.
Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damselette. And she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, the rationale that once sustained her existence...
Wait, we did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world.
Eventnya setelah Fontaine sekitaran versi 4 berapa gitu. Aku agak lupa sih, jujur aja. Yang origami. Iya, agak lupa sih. Begitulah.
Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection? But...
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now.
Her name?
Oh, yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire... Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with.
Ayan.
Buatan si Alice. Oh, yang itu apa namanya? Apa namanya itu? Dulu tuh namanya... Ya Allah, gue lupa lagi nama itu aja. Pokoknya limited event kan di dunia sendiri itu, pokoknya sinopsisnya itu kali jalan-jalan terus kita masuk ke dunia botol itu apa gitu namanya. Entah nama regionnya nggak lupa gue anjir. Tau nggak Bon?
Yang mana?
Yang waktu Fontaine, yang limited event yang apa? Summer itu, yang summer event. Fontaine. Sebelum Fontaine.
Fontaine kan ini enggak sih? Yang Semeru.
Iya, yang di Semeru. Apa sih namanya?
Semeru kan ini, kita main roller coaster Kli itu gak sih?
Iya, itu bukan sih. Kalau itu
Cosplay Kli itu. Yang
kalau
waktu
buatan
kita diundang pakai itu, pakai device-nya Alice emang. Terus yang
Kalau
sama Fonten kedua sama yang Fonten kan kita kan ketemu Duin pertama kali sebelum evolusi itu.
itu kan
Itu sama Fonten.
Anda salah. Kalau yang itu Alice itu yang ini yang ketemu apa namanya? Pokoknya Oceanite itu loh.
Oceanite, oh itu samanya Semeru itu.
Iya,
sama
masih
Fonten.
Semeru. Kalau yang Fonten ini bukan punya si Alice. Punya siapa itu?
Kalau yang Fonten ini lupa aku yang
namanya
apa
siapa
itu
gitu.
ibunya Duin, emaknya Duin.
Iya, emaknya Duin. Pokoknya bukan punya Alice. Dan gak ada Kli. Iya, gak ada Kli ya?
Gak ada. Adanya tuh Nilo sama Kirara seingatku itu.
Nilo, Kirara, siapa lagi tuh namanya tuh? Yang di Fonten.
Floin?
Bukan.
Buina?
Bukan.
Siapa aja Nilo?
Spinadi Rosula.
Navia.
Nah, Navia. Itu.
Terus yang sama Natlan itu dia Natlan sendiri.
Neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really
Saya
accepted
bingung.
either
Kalau
of
yang
them.
Alice tauku tuh yang sama Sikli, yang pokoknya tuh kita di dunia itu yang kita masuk ke dunianya botol itu ketemunya sama Oceanite ya kan.
Teman pertamaku dengan Maya Istri.
itu apa ya, summer event yang paling berkesan menurut gua karena baru pertama kali masuk terjun ke dunia Genshin juga kan. Bener-bener ya, itu bener-bener berkesan, terus juga lumayan nyangkut lah gitu, kayak refresh banget di otak. Nah yang kedua ini kan yang si Durin nih, siapa itu kayak yang punya itunya, pokoknya ya gitulah ya.
So, finding out her real name is enough to sustain her existence?
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every
Oh,
journey
sepuh Genshin?
begins
Enggak,
that way.
bukan. Saya bukan
So for
sepuh
now,
Genshin. Yang
that's
sepuh Genshin
all we
nih,
need to
si
focus
Bonsi
on.
sama si Oser.
Enggak, Osa yang tuh sepuh itu. Dia udah 1.0 dia.
Kena.
Oh
Gua
iya.
aja nggak sepuh bang. Baru main juga bang, baru.
Alah,
supaya
UID Moon 80 ya biji.
Apanya 80 aku nggak tahu.
The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form. But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out.
Wait, Mage N is going to help us out. That means we've got 2 Hexencircle mages on the case.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tibet's border soon. That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Klee. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get
Banyak
moving.
klik, sumpah
It will
ini.
take quite a
Aneh,
miracle for
anjir.
the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out till moon prayer night. Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave. Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes. And a little suggestion. Don't forget to
Lindungi
mind
kepala
your
kalian.
heads.
Sir, your istri, sir.
Ntar dulu cuk.
Di CP.
What?
Maaf kak, itu kenapa anunya gede?
I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before I head back.
You really are.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka.
Clay didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Klee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Ini serem banget anjir kalau ngomongin Klee di depan mukanya aja langsung di face to face anjir.
Yep. Klee's a little angel.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
What the fuck?
She left in a hurry.
Yeah, she didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I am now very curious about her daughter. Klee?
That's a long story.
What a lively place.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through! Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free reign in the workshop. You might as well use that hammer to massage my... Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the... I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess.
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1...
See? Lolka knows what...
I guess they're friends. But the way they spoke to each... Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this.
Columbina! Sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
Pala.
Oh, Zandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the
surprise of her life. What a...
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have... Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime.
Lah ada lele.
Now, where were we?
Ikan kepala begitu.
I
Ada lele.
don't know why, but...
Wah, ada lele.
Thank you. The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the fatui visit.
Columbina?
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Anjing itu udah face to face, Cok.
Face to face. Muka ke muka.
Iya aja, muka ke muka aja. Ngikutin. Apa anjir, jalan kaki tinggal TP. Ada teknologi tinggal dipakai terus sambil sebelum TP aku mau ambil minum dulu. Ini penting teman-teman. Yang pertama ambil minum.
Yang pertama nih guys.
Goblok lagi streaming.
You lagi streaming ya.
Sorry.
Pucat.
Masking.
No.
Udah
Ayo,
tahan
Mas,
dulu sama
klarifikasi,
cek
Mas.
itu yang
Ya,
cepet-cepet
maaf.
cheatnya.
Klarifikasi, Mas.
Assalamualaikum Mamang Jawir yang sangat
Apa nih dipindahin semua nih?
The hell?
Loh ditarik ke atas nih.
Emang teman-teman makan duit bangsat, Cok. Tai.
No.
Ini penting nih, kita mau minum dulu bentar ya. Emang nih brengsek nih.
Oke.
Bro, tahan dikit. Aku tahu kita tuh sama-sama kayak gitu. Coba tahan dikit aja.
Aku nggak tahu sih, sorry.
Udah ada di itu loh, streaming Ake gitu.
No.
Jadi gimana tuh caranya? Anjir. With a root browser? Oh. Browser yang mana? Gak ngerti aku.
Ada.
Sorry dan nggak tahu anjir.
Ya teman-teman, kita kembali lagi. Langsung nih harusnya nih.
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and a name?
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or
Not really. We've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah, Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexen Circle, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf.
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexen Circle.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, "Hey, are you Nicole?"
Kecewa yang semua kita lihat tuh.
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like a wind bloom pinned to her chest or something.
Nih, your Istri.
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Painan aja. Paimon itu, Cok. Tangannya deh.
Oh, true.
that would be this young lady, then?
Tuh.
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but are you Miss Nicole?
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Ah, have we got the wrong person? Sorry. Well, this is awkward.
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you.
Oh, nggak bisa ngomong dia, Cok.
It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me.
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet you.
It's really you!
Bukankah ini semuanya aja diklaim, Reza, semuanya aja. Nicole, Alice, Rendotir tuh.
Reza Auditori.
Bukan Reza Auditori. Heran orang-orang ya. Yang satu pikirannya jomok, yang satu pikirannya hidung dulu. Ini viewers pada karbit gitu, kumaha deui aing. Gitu.
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is...
Nicole, pemahat andalan yang tidak dihargai orang-orang. Pasti kaya kalau menjadi sastrawan, sayangnya tidak pernah menulis. Malaikat diam pendebat ulung, begitu dia mulai berucap dan lain-lain. Singkatnya tetap diam sama dengan menjadi pengamat dunia. Ya tau Cok, Alice bagus banget Cok. Desainnya bagus Cok, tertutup dia. Saya suka. Tapi bukan untuk menjadikan istri ya. Tidak.
Tanda-tanda nih.
Allahu
Dicatat ini tanda-tanda biasanya nih.
Tidak. Saya tetap setia dengan 2 istri. Saya tidak ingin menjadi Ilham yang memiliki 4 istri.
Oh iya, Osaka satu game juga istrinya, Cok.
Astagfirullahalazim.
Tuh.
Satu game gua kamu sikat ya.
Aduh, capeknya aku dengar.
Ya ini apa?
Gitu.
No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it!
Ngamuk nih orang.
Ini keempat ya Alice itu ya.
I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexen Circle.
Ulangnya si Alice. Alice menciptakan segala macam sihir perkenalan diri untuk setiap anggota Hexen Circle. Buset, dan namanya siapa bener.
Bisa menembus dinding keempat, Dok.
Hah?
Alice bisa menembus dinding keempat. Udah kamera di-adjust, bikin sihir perkenalan khusus.
Iya anjir, tai banget nih orang.
But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything? Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing.
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interactions? Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so it wasn't too much of a shock.
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or, well, communicate.
Huh? Are they talking to this lady? But...
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry, embarrassing.
Yes,
Lol.
my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Informasi.
Info.
Apalah.
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than
Apa ini
she.
Discord checkpoint? What the hell?
It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. To be more specific,
Bentar.
no. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach the moon beyond the sky.
That's right. Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. Blank looks. Or maybe not.
Itu
It shouldn't be an issue.
kolam bintang
I'll fill in
ngapain,
the gaps
Jir?
for you when we have more time.
Berak.
Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new, even after the War of Funerary Flame. They sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and receive their guidance.
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know.
Apa
And so,
anjir Bill ini
still they
siapa?
prayed for
Hey.
the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices. But of course, they were gravely disappointed. For it was then that they realized, it is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the War of Funerary Flames had left them homeless and destitute.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control and the words just flowed out like a waterfall.
Jatuh rapot.
Ntar aku benerin, aku nyari posisi yang nyaman dulu teman-teman.
What I'm trying to say is,
Ini ngapain,
right,
cowok?
yes,
mutar.
that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Tevat and the outside world, which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection,
Okay,
Oh, yes.
is something wrong?
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word, if only I'd managed to.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far.
Whoa, time out. Let's summarize what we've got. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place.
Yes. Although I expect the structure is long gone by now. That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time when it still existed? Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points and we wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection, or... You look lost. Was that too hard to
Yeah, things got a little, technical.
All right. Let me think about how to put this over the next few days. I'll search for phantoms that we can use. Once I find one that meets by completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out, and it looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night, and we can send the Moon Goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here.
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear.
Yes?
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime...
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop me from disappearing?
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborean. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe, anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a...
See ya!
She seems...
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start forgetting it.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Lindungi kepala.
What did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit.
Cuma gue dari tadi Salvox yang ngeliatin si Kalambina itu nggak bisa diem anjir.
Now then, the next order of business is, where do we start looking for the Moon Goddess's name?
Maybe...
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents, but many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Kalambina's journey through Devat. In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll probably...
Thank you, Mr. Varka.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood. Catch you later.
I should follow them. Just...
Apa Jeep?
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that pertain to Kutar. What you see here is the material I consider reliable.
You're saying there's...
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can...
Makes sense. Alright, let's take a look through.
Aduh.
Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Kalambina. Although neither of those is her real name.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day out, I imagine that none of it resonated. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the name.
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they made...
Well, that's a bit complicated. And how realistic their portrayal amongst the Frost Moon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things. That being said,
Changes?
Oh, seems like this is getting us nowhere. Oh, for what it's worth.
Sure.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and... Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, in Kutar.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading? Come on, let Paimon. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But big Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth the Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call the moon chanter declared the event a miracle, and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that? Yeah. Columbina probably just wanted...
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did, but now that I think about it, it does...
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people.
Yes.
Oh.
And now, I can make no...
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame.
Oke, jadi untuk
We did learn
apa
some
ya?
interesting stories. That's gotta count for something.
Gue sih kita lanjut
Said
di
he was gonna
besok
set up a
hari
meeting with
mungkin ya.
Arlecchino and
Karena
Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's
Iya.
doing.
Jadi itu untuk streaming hari ini teman-teman, kita akan lanjut lagi di esok hari, mungkin pagi, siang atau nanti sore atau malam, nggak tahu juga. Jadi demikian untuk streaming hari ini, dan kita akan lanjut lagi ya. Seperti tadi dibilang ya, terima kasih udah teman-teman dimakan duit. Ada Bonsi, ada Osar, ada Lele, dan juga ada Yan.
Hai.
Jadi itu aja teman-teman, terima kasih, sampai jumpa di stream selanjutnya, dan jangan lupa join ke Discordku, linknya ada di deskripsi. Sama tambahan subscribe. Itu saja. Terima kasih.